What is going on, guys? Kiaoken 007 back with another Dragon Ball Legends video, and in today's video we're going to talk about the newest mission, the Rising Battle, essentially for the Pikkon and the Goku. We're going to break through what you should be doing there, how difficult it truly is, and then we're going to take a look at the new Super Kiaoken Goku and the transforming Pikkon. Right, so here we have the level 30 battle. I'm sure the level 40 and level 50 are still to come. Right, so at this moment, not hard at all, very achievable. And what you really want to do with this mission is you want to use powerful opponent tag champions characters, because you get missions for those, and I think chrono crystals and whatnot. And so that's why you see me using the ultimate brew. I think basically every bad guy is considered a powerful opponent in this game. So you know, Lineage of Evil team, of course, all of them will be powerful opponents. My region team is made up of all bad guys except the legendary Phoenix Piccolo, so of course using them here. And I want to make it canon with Remember. But yeah, so that's what you want to do with this mission, and pretty easy victory there. And now we're gonna go through the new characters. Right, guys, let's talk about the news. Right, so we got the new banner up, Anniversary Rising Kaioken. Right, so they're basically, this is the second half of the anniversary when it comes to summoning characters. Right, they split into two. That's so cool. I don't even remember if there was a second part to last year's anniversary. But so we got a 10% sparking drop rate, and plus the new characters Z powers drop as 999 in consecutive summons. Right, don't miss out on this great chance to limit break them now. So let's talk about the new characters. Now, if you've been with us on this channel for a while, long subscriber, if you haven't been a long subscriber, hit the subscribe button right now. Be a subscriber for a long time. After about a day or two, plus 100% increase in luck, and that goes for both Marvel's Contest Champions and Dragon Ball Legends. But let's get back into it. So the new characters, what I want in a character, right, like I'm gonna say this right now, this new Pikkon, big disappointment. And it's simply because an opponent can't have one thing. I mean, a new character can't have one thing, and that one thing is increase attack, decrease attack received. That's not enough. That's not enough in terms of abilities, right? And you know, if I want that in a character, I use the free character Shallot. Shallot is the only character that gets a pass on increase attack, decreased damage received. Right, this is the only character that gets a pass in that. One, he's a hero, and two, he's free. Okay, so all other characters that come to the game can't just have that one thing. Right, now when it comes to this Pikkon, right, what I'm seeing is just a new version of the old Pikkon that doesn't do as good a job. Like if they gave us the old Pikkon, right, just increased his attack, right, so it fits in with today's attack pool, we'd have a better Pikkon than this. And let's go through his abilities before we go through the Goku. Is looking much better than this Pikkon. Right, so we have Aero Break, deals major explode damage, which most special moves do. Plus 15% to damage inflicted for 15 counts. Right, main ability, you're much stronger than I thought. Transform into agile status, basically dropping off his clothes. He's basically Piccolo in the movies. Plus 30% to damage inflicted, and this requires 15 counts must elapse. Pride of the West Quadrant, plus 20% to blast damage inflicted for 30 counts, and plus 40% to own key recovery for 30 timer counts. That is the best. That is as good as it gets. Is his green card is as good as it gets when it comes to this character. Z ability is boosting him and the new Goku. They're red and green, so you know that's the Z ability there. The unique ability applies to the following effects to self for 20 counts from start of battle. So when I saw that 20 counts, I immediately thought to myself, okay, so what do we have here? We have Pikkon version 2, a character that is just there to buy time for the good characters to gain their power. Like Zamasu, you know, he gets stronger as the fight goes on, right? Ultimate Boo, every time you switch him out and switch him back in, he's getting stronger. So Pikkon is just there to take rising rushes to the face, right, and buy time for the actual good characters, which is really sad. Right, so plus 20% damage inflicted and reduces damage received by 30%. This is where we're getting at the whole only increases damage and only decreases damage received, right? A new rival applies the following effects to self per element red, green, and purple, right? So in your party members, so plus 50% to damage inflicted and -2 to strike and blast. So I'm guessing if you have all three of these elements, it might increase to like 30% for the damage inflicted, or like -4, right? Not entirely sure about that, but now the problem with this Pikkon, right, is the old Pikkon is better at buying time than this Pikkon. If they gave us the old Pikkon, like I've said, if they gave us the old Pikkon with just increased damage so that he fits in with today's pool of damage, right, like just buff him up a little bit, I'd be happier. Because the old Pikkon, at least, like he fainted the opponents on his specials, right? He increased the blasts and strike arts card quite well. I think it was by like 10 or something, which is a lot. You may not think it's a lot, but it's a lot, right? And so he did a better job at saving time or buying time, right, than this Pikkon. And at least he called his ability buying time. He's just there, right, to fend off the opponent until our other characters can get stronger, and he did a great job at that, right? So that Pikkon even had better ability than this Pikkon has entirely. His only good ability being the plus 40% to own key recovery for 30 timer counts. It's the only thing that stands out, and that's good because, quite frankly, I use the regen team for example, right? And in the regen team, I got characters that increase the strike what's now cost of other characters, decrease the not key recovery, just take away key, destroy cards, all of that, making this character like very stupid to use. Is just making him not a good character. And I sincerely hope that if I magically get him through a daily discount, I'm gonna be biting my words, right? But just the look at his abilities, he's just not good enough. He's just not good enough. He's really a throwaway character, the kind of character that you leave at level 1. He is not needed whatsoever. And then you put him standing next to Super Kiaoken Goku. Super Kiaoken Goku is what he's meant to be, essentially a character that is there for clutch, right? So he deals major impact damage with his special move, plus 20% to damage inflicted for 20 counts, additional plus 20% to special damage. Yeah, but that's just basic, and that's if it's below 50% health. So right, you're taking a whole lot of damage out the fight, and then you launch the special is doing even more damage. He's got more to it. Super Kiaoken, draw an ultimate arts card. Super Kiaoken Dragon Fist restores own ki by 30. Good on you, right? And plus 50% to blast damage inflicted for 60 timer counts. Right, that is like double all the Pikkon cards. It's just right there, right? And requires 25 timer counts to elapse. Super Kiaoken Dragon Fist inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade, plus 50% to damage received. That's great. And then plus has a 30% chance to inflict faint. Now 30% chance to inflict faint is pretty good, and I just wish that Pikkon had that. It would make buying time, like, it would make it better, because that's what the other Pikkon did. He had a chance to inflict faint. I think it was like 20% chance, but it was a chance nonetheless. And you can feint the opponent, and then you can power up and then keep going at them, right? You could kill entire teams with the old Pikkon, right, without even needing the other characters, because of his abilities, right? And like, the opponent could only get off 2 or 3 strike cards before they need to power up again, and then the fight's neutral playing field. So that's why I'm just really disappointed in this new Pikkon, right? Is that he's not as good as the old Pikkon when it comes to doing the job, and that's saving time for the better champions to come in. Howl of Resurrection, the green card, right, restores own ki by 40%, not 40%, by 40, plus 20% to damage inflicted for 15 counts, applies the following effects to self if own health is below 50%. So, well, he's, like I said before, he's really going to be a clutch character, it seems. When his health is low, he's stronger. Restores health by 20%, only once when it reaches 0. That's cool. Reduces next damage received by 30%. So basically, Goku ain't dying. I mean, if you die in the other world, you die forever. So he needs to watch out with that. Tag Son, tag Element Red. That's for the Pikkon, of course. Otherworld Super Warrior applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. So every time he enters, right? Plus 40% to damage inflicted and minus 5 to own arts cost for 15 time accounts. That's cool. Reduces damage received by 40% when the opponent vanishing steps you for 10 time accounts. So basically, like I said, clutch character. You know, you're taking a lot of hits, but it's all good. You know, you get vanishing stepped and they launch their combo. You can take it. It's all good. Explosive Kiaoken applies the following effects to self when battle starts. Plus 40% to damage inflicted. Plus 70% to key recovery. Just excellent, like, sustainable like abilities, you know. Makes him strong but also makes him usable, makes him good for mixes, you know, where you like the ability, well, not the ability, the technique I use where I do moves, right, and then sub in an opponent mid combo so that sub in my next character mid combo so that I have a vanishing step and a new opponent which has increased attack and all of that when they get subbed in. You know, just basic things like this. He's working for that. The following effects occur if own remaining health is 50% or below after enemy attack is over, right? So once the enemy attack is over, randomly destroys one of your arts cards and draws a special arts card next, and with that special arts card it's going to be increase 20% damage because you'll be below 50%, and increases own arts card draw speed by 1 level for 20 accounts. So he's got good abilities, right? Not the greatest abilities, but he's got good abilities, and then you put him right next to Pikkon and you make Pikkon look terrible, right? It's just really sad. And when it comes to summoning, right, I'm free to play. Every Chrono Crystal spent matters, needs to mean something. That's why I'm such a big fan of the anniversary banner. The characters from last year are still being used today, right? And this Pikkon, we got one 2 years ago that is just as good, you know. Just obviously doesn't hit as much because he was released years ago, but still, this Pikkon is sad, and you want both of the characters that are in the banner to be good. So that's just really unfortunate. Would I recommend summoning on this banner? It's a no from me. If you have Chrono Crystals to throw away, go ahead, summon. I'll just be doing the daily discounts. If I get this Pikkon and he looks amazing, I'll eat my words happily. I want every character to be a great character, right? But right now he's just looking sad. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, right, to join the community. Hit that notification bell too so you'll be notified as soon as all future videos comes out. We got more Dragon Ball Legends coming, we got more Marvel's Contest of Champions coming, whole lot of stuff coming. And leave your thoughts in the comments below on this Pikkon. Do you think I'm wrong in what I've said? Do you agree with me? Have you already gotten the Pikkon and do you think it's amazing? Let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, I hope the rest of you guys, or all of you guys, enjoy the rest of your days, and peace.